Hello and welcome back. Hello to you at home. Hello, Emily Magic Petal. Be sure to check out her channel, Fluffy Princess Productions. We will be having battle parties based on subs over there as well, so be sure to toss me a sub as well as Fluffy. Appreciate it. So we're going to be talking about today is whether Dragon Isle is pretty much Harmony Island reincarnated or not. Are there differences between the two? Are they the same? Do they operate in the same way, or is there something else that is with them? So let's go ahead and talk about first Harmony Island with what it looked like. Now Harmony Island was a bigger space. When you came to it, there were several different areas you could go into. As far as right now, this is the area that Dragon Isle encompasses. I don't know if it will expand. But Harmony Island did have the portal where you would touch the stone, and that would transport you, the teleporting stones, into the Rune Run, and that would begin the experience. We have the Dragon Rift that we enter here, and there really isn't like a keystone pedestal or anything like that, although we do need to unlock it using the Rift key. So I don't know if the pedestal will be coming, if that's going to be something that's added for like last minute before the game is open. But for right now, we still have the central area, just like in Harmony Island, that teleports us into it. And this is, so those are some similarities, little bit of difference. But once we teleport into it, so for Rune Runs, when we had Rune Runs in Harmony Island, there would be 3 main bosses that we would be battling, and each one of the bosses had a specific perk. So for this, we have Stampy the Clip Clock, and that is 75% health bonus. We have Brawn the Batterbot, and that's crit damage plus 60%. Sly the TIE Scout was the member path, and his damage was increased by 45%. Each one of those had possible rewards, not guaranteed rewards, but possible rewards. So if you wanted the particular Rune Runs, or if you wanted the particular group potions, then you could go ahead and select which one you wanted to go on. And along the way, you could find gear. Now here when we enter, and there would be different monsters you fought along the way. Here when we enter, we have Rift 16. I can do earlier rifts if I'm looking for pets and I want an easier battle. I can do easier rifts. But what we're going to be doing, the possible rewards here are going to be these dragon orbs, and then all of the different pets to rescue. Now, in Harmony Island, you could not rescue pets. They were unavailable. It wasn't a choice, and it wasn't an option. Also, the Rune Runs reset after in 24 hours. Here you're able to do as many as you would like, and these actually save in-game. The Rift Runs save in-game. The Rune Runs, I don't believe they did. I think you would, if you lost connection, if you had to close your laptop, then you would just be X'd out of it, and then you could restart it. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong there. Here to progress, I have to beat 6 Realm 16 dragons in order to get to Rift 17. So let's go ahead and enter here, and we'll go ahead and start. So for this, we get a specific bonus, whereas in Harmony Island, you didn't. Absorb physical. Your team absorbs physical spells. So if I choose physical monsters, that will increase my likelihood. And then once I start this, I am going to be choosing specific curses. I have the Charm, which is going to be absorbing physical spells. So Batabash being right here. Sentinel, I believe, has physical. Mystical, I believe, does as well. This is probably a pretty good battle for me. We are going to choose curses as well that are going to follow us all the way through with our battles. Now, as we have these battles, there isn't a physical area we're walking around to interact with. I thought I was going to miss that from Harmony Island. I don't. It actually kind of speeds up the battles and makes the interactions a little bit more intense in between the battles. So I actually prefer that there isn't an actual physical environment. Here, someplace in Dragon Isle, it would probably be cool to have a physical environment or have some other area added onto it, like Dino Dig Oasis getting its own playable area. where you can walk around, where you can do it. But the fact that you can catch these pets is absolutely amazing. So cool. We don't have any rare pets here, but Absorb Shadow is probably the best curse that I'm going to have, because I'm not going to be using shadow magic. So if they do absorb this, then it's not a big deal. And each round I'm going to be choosing a curse that I have to carry throughout the entire rift. After the rift, it resets. For the Rune Run, also, as far as selecting pets, pets weren't like removed. I think you had to set your team up before, if I remember correctly. But they weren't removed from use once you made it through, and then you would have to rely on your potions to get through. There's no potions here, but you trigger the loot wheel, and the loot wheel gives you certain rewards. So I chose this. We have Astral to think about, we have Ice, and then Weak to Fire as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Glimmerwing. At this level, I do have to choose kind of my best pets, really, to go ahead and continue to progress. All right, and here we go. And so the battles are very streamlined, and the curses really change the dynamic of how you interact with every single one of these battles. So it's much more, there we go, that's a nice hit. It's much more dynamic as we go through. We're going to make sure we finish off Sentinel before Sentinel even goes. And you have to think about the strategy of what you're doing much more than Rune Run, than Harmony Island, I feel. So he used the physical attack, so that was a healing sound from Pirate Isle. Pirate Isle was full health, so we're going to get through this without taking any damage, which is quite cool. So these are some of the similarities, but I really feel as though this Dragon Isle is a completely distinct entity. And although there are some similarities to it, just got a flower there, which is awesome. There are so many things that are different that I don't feel like comparing the two together as far as being exactly the same is really a fair way to look at it, because Dragon Isle does have some of the elements I think that were extremely successful from Harmony Island, but it doesn't have all of the elements. So I really feel that there's room for Harmony Island to return, or for there to be a cyclical sort of oscillation between this Dragon Isle and Harmony Island, sort of returning or flip-flopping or something else, because the feel of both of them is very different, even though there are similarities in how they're structured. Even the gameplay just feels extremely different. Plus this is endless, so the challenges keep on creeping up within Harmony Island. Once you got all of the best ruins, you would have had to have waited for more ruins to be added to the game to collect more ruins. The perks kind of petered out, and since you didn't know what loot was there to get, continually going in for extra loot was a little bit redundant. So I think that replayability Dragon Isle probably has more, although there were a ton of people that were playing Harmony Island. So hopefully Harmony Island does return, as we've heard it should. But this is kind of what you're going for. There are going to be similarities, but it's going to feel like a completely different, completely brand new game mode. I hope this helps you, and let me know after you play it if you feel that this is true for you or not. But as far as a game mode, this feels completely new, and very exciting. The ability to capture the pets. I really didn't even talk about the dragon battles. The dragon battles are absolutely insane, and there is not. I guess battling Harmony, battling the Ancient, was kind of like the dragon battles, but there are much more dragon battles, whereas Harmony, you couldn't go back and continue to rebattle her and like sort of retest yourself against her powers. Here, the dragons increase incrementally, but substantially. So as you go from rift to rift to rift, there are battles where you're just kind of like, I think this is going to take 2 or 3 times for me to finish this. So hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully this helps you to see the similarities as well as the differences between Harmony Island and Dragon Isle. Once you get in here on August 15th, go ahead and let me know how you feel about that. We will be back here, of course, with more content. Thank you for liking, thank you for subbing, and check out Fluffy Princess Productions channel as well for more opportunities for battle parties and interactions. Have a good one all. Keep on prodigying on. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.